Hey Sagittarius, what's up? Welcome to your January reading. Yes, your eyes don't deceive you. I am actually back on the internet doing readings. Um, you know, life has been life in a really weird direction since this panini. Oh, hey. For some of y'all, it's going to be the end of the struggle, and the world card's going to be your card for like the month. So it's kind of the vibe that you're in. So it could be that like you're constructing your world. In the past, you probably had to take control of like your life's direction and everything else. So for a minute, you might have been a little directionless, or you might have had to kind of like take on a more senior sort of role within your family. Okay, so let's get it. This really has to do with, I think, work and life direction for y'all. Okay. So yeah, in the past, I think you really had to take control of your situation or kind of like push for something to happen. So like with the Emperor, it is like a take charge, take control. I'm gonna inform the direction of my life sort of card. So I think that that's what it was. You almost had to like push yourself to end like things and to like not so much end things, but to like force the end of a certain cycle and having things come together in the real world. I think that in order for that stuff, and this can be something different too. So like for some people, it might have been like like this could have symbolized like the end of like a long amount of time of being single, being unemployed, maybe not having friends or something like that. Like something to the effect of like, you know, like some aspect or some parts of life have sort of like come together and changed, if that makes sense. And so like now everything is sort of in balance when it comes to you. So like, oh, I see the Wheel of Fortune as like good luck shining on you and like it can go in any direction. And I see the world as like the results of that good luck coming down onto the planet and like now becoming a real thing. So like, you know, maybe now, you know, because your money's right, your mental health is getting better. Your mental health is getting better. Now you can be more social. You making more friends now. So maybe now you're dating and stuff like that. But I think that this closing to a cycle is giving you the opportunity kind of do a new beginning in life. So like this could also symbolize an industry change or just a jump from one friends group to another one, or it could just be really exploring the things that life has to offer to you. I would say from the outside looking in, people kind of see you as like a baddie. They might see your value more, like, so maybe people see your value more now, or like outwardly, like maybe you look like $1,000,000, you like to look moneyed. Who doesn't like to look moneyed? Who doesn't like to look like they've gotten it all together? But it really could be that like maybe you've taken a plunge in life, and so internally like you feel like, oh, I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. But on the outside, to the other people you're working with, you seem like someone who has their shit together, which is awesome. Because like to a certain degree, of course you do have your things together, but if you're doing something new, of course you're not gonna know it's up, or you're gonna be learning as you go along. I think the other thing too is that in the future, it's kind of telling you, one, keep your ideas or keep your pinnacles close to heart, keep the things that give you value close to your heart, and that you might have to kind of withhold your talents as a way to defend yourself from people who are full of shit, because this is the Seven of Wands. And so with the Seven of Wands, it's usually someone beating back, like kind of people who are coming to take over someone's victory. So you want to make sure that your ideas stay your own. And so that could be one of those things. So you might be a little bit quiet about the things that you do. Like kind of proprietary knowledge, you keep that shit to yourself. Like the only people that, it's like a lot of things are on need to know basis, as they should be. So I would say keep the secret to your success a secret a little bit longer, at least from like coworkers or people who are working in the same arena, if they have a tendency to kind of borrow ideas. I know, right? That was like super random. Okay, so let's keep it going. Let's see what else is going on. I feel like that was pretty straightforward for you guys. So, I mean, it could have been like a friends group ending, or it could be a thing where like if someone got a promotion at work, it's not like your friends are like, or they don't trust you. Well, don't snitch if you're the manager. I don't know. What are you stressed about? When other things in your life start to get together or get put together, you might start to be more concerned about like the other parts. Because like I'm getting the Queen of Cups and the Page of Pentacles, and so it could be that like maybe because you're getting other stuff sorted, maybe you're curious about kind of love relationships. Like maybe you're kind of like, because other needs are being taken care of, like you might be interested in dating, like nothing too serious, could be casual, but that could be something that you're interested in now because you've gotten other stuff taken care of. Don't let your intuition freak you out. I wouldn't say don't let it fool you. Don't let it freak you out. If you get a bad vibe from someone and the shit makes sense, and just accept that you get a bad vibe off of them and that they're weird. Also, too, your intuition might come to help you with certain situations. But, you know, can't always tell people that you know shit because then it gets a little weird. But you don't have to tell people that you know what's going on in order for you to act like you know what's going on. If that makes sense. Sorry, I'm almost done. Oh, you're finally doing your victory lap after having a lot of burdens on you for a long time. You might have had like issues with money for a minute, but now you're here with like the Six of Wands and the Sun. Doesn't mean you balling, but it means you're recovering. Let's see what else is going on. One more. You might have been stuck for a minute thinking that it wasn't going to work out, but it is working out. It's going to work out. Just if it's a financial thing, just after you get a lot of those major debts cleared, start saving money. If you're worried, like save as a means to deal with your stress. Otherwise, it should be fine. Might get a little closer with an Aries or with someone who has Aries in their chart. But I feel like fire signs tend to get along. Well, I mean, it depends, actually. It depends. Because some of y'all don't like each other. Okay, see? I said, so what? You're out here maybe making more friends. Also, too, you've just been more social after maybe not being... Which is so funny, because Sagittarians, y'all love to be social and travel and meet people and do stuff. So that might be one of those things that like you're able to explore now. It seems like whenever you're around other people, like they don't necessarily have to be like-minded, but you do feel like a spark of creativity. And it actually makes you feel good about yourself to be around others. Like maybe you're the type of person that people just compliment you. Like compliments just fly out of their mouths when they're talking to you or about you. It's a situation where it's very much like someone would get ostracized if they were openly talking shit. Like, it just wouldn't go well for them. Sorry. You could be worried about a close friend and just how they're doing. Like, you can tell that they're like sad or upset or overwhelmed. Damn, that other people never come up in y'all spreads. It's always the Sagittarius show. You know what it is too? Someone who's your junior. So it could be like a relative or a family member or like someone who is your junior. You might be worried about the well-being of someone who's your junior. So like if you're an instructor, then that's your student, older sister, younger sibling, that kind of dynamic. So you could also be very stressed out about a younger relative or younger person that's connected to you. And it might be that the people who should be giving them feedback, well, one, that person probably keeps getting stuck in heartbreaking situations with controlling men. Heartbreak, controlling man, stuck. That was random. Well, I can see how that pertains to the community. You might also be working on getting. This really is kind of. You might have to be ranked. I need to give myself a second. You're also learning how to wrangle your emotions before rushing into, I don't want to say like a disagreement, but rushing into like defend your ideology. So like this could be like a work or a friendship or like school related thing where it's like you might get an opposing opinion, and instead of like immediately just, well, like you're still ready to like bite their head off, especially if you think that the choice they made was improper, but you will at least wait to hear them out and hear their explanation before completely going off, which is a good thing. You might be secretly taking creative risks. So some of you may be starting a business or kind of like doing something creative in secret, or like under an alias, but you're not telling anyone. For some people, investing, it's like, for some people, it's like trying to survey and buy land when you don't have the pinnacles. But then the other thing is too, is that it's like you could have been out kind of on your journey and then you like see a place that has value. Oh, okay. So for some of you, it could be that like you could stay in the position you're in and kind of like enjoy the wealth that you have, or like enjoy where you're at, taking zero risk. You could take a risk and try to like venture outward, which may result in you being poor, or it might result in you like losing what you think you have right now. And so it might be judgment day on that. So it sounds like you may have to choose between taking a risk and potentially having a major gain, or taking a risk and losing out on something. And maybe before it didn't bother you that much because maybe you had less to lose, but now that you have more to lose, it's a little bit different. Some of y'all, it may be a love thing. That could be the weird ass secret that someone has, is that they love you or you love them, or it's just like a big old weird situation. But I would say communicate with them and ask them about it, because it sounds a little weird. Like, why would it be risky to like get with someone if y'all are both single, which makes me feel like it's risky. They really might be lying about what they have to offer. Like they might be like, someone might be presenting as if they've got all this shit, but really they don't. And this is you just kind of chilling. So yeah, no bums. I don't know why. I just felt like there could be a bum in your vicinity and they're trying to take what you got or manipulate what you got, which is like super dumb and weird. Like, especially Sagittarius, people can't really manipulate y'all. Like, you know, Connie the con man don't seem right. But yeah, it looks like the vibe for you is going to be thriving. So things are going to go from good to better. Isn't that awesome? Good to better? Come on. I love it. And I think that too, that it's like, it's not like with the whole needs thing. Once certain stuff gets taken care of, then there are other things that you're interested in achieving or doing or trying. For some of y'all, love is really on. I was about to be like, love is on the brain, and then it's like focus and love. So yeah, the main focus might be love and stuff like that. So if you guys are focused on a past person, just let that shit go. Like if they aren't pursuing you in a way that shows that they've changed, let that shit go. It could also just be people being bored or like trying to get something out of you as well. And I know that sounds jacked up, but when someone is really genuinely interested in you, they do all the things that they need to do when they're interested in you. And hell, if someone suddenly decides one day to be a piece of shit, that's not your fault. So stop being so controlling. Also, you're just down to clown around anyway. But even then, clowns got feelings. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Let's move on to your tea leaves. See? You guys might be focused more on like your home now again. So it could be where you're currently living, moving, or anything like that. You could be more focused on like setting down roots, but not like setting down roots. Yes, but like that means something different for everyone. And I feel like for Sagittarians, it can mean a lot of different things. Okay, I'm just pulling your tea leaf cards now. Your mom might get on your nerves. Okay, so it's like I said, I think that now you're starting to kind of expand things in your life, maybe expanding your social circle and being more active in what it is that you want to do. There's nothing wrong with going along for the ride and having fun. Like, that's definitely great. But I think that you've gotten really into making your own fun, which is awesome. I do think that you want to stay aware of how quickly things can shift. So, like, if things have just gotten good in life after, like, a lot of struggle, things can shift dramatically. That doesn't mean be afraid of it, but like there's certain things that you can do to make sure that you're okay in an emergency. And I feel like that's kind of the mode that you're in. Like, I know y'all love to shop and enjoy things and do all that, but I think that over the course of sometimes Sagittarius has grown to be a little more prudent, or like the fox. The fox is about shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. And I think that this is kind of where you're at. Also, too, if you've been making a little bit of money, it's okay to go have some fun. And what else is it? The other one is the dragon and being aware of self-delusion. I'm thinking this is more along the lines of like the bottom falling out of a situation. So things might actually be okay. So if you're worried about things being okay after a long period of time where things were stressful and you finally got that shit together, all you can do is, do what you can to make sure that if an emergency does happen that you're okay, at least to the best of your abilities. And you're going to have to rationalize the fact that like you are probably just freaked out because you had a bad run of things. And so even with things working out, you don't necessarily trust it. That's okay. Just don't act suspect if good things are happening unless it's legitimately a suspect situation. Some of y'all may improve like a significant family relationship with an older woman, but that's not everybody. For some folks, it's reconciliation. Let's see. But yeah, it looks like you're on a journey where it's like you might be the first of doing something in your family too, or friend group. It's probably just your family. Just your family. Okay. You might find a cool investing opportunity too. So I would say look into that, but do your research, do your homework, and all those things we already know. And that's it. Thanks for listening, Sagittarius. This has been your January reading. If you'd like to book a reading with me, definitely check out the info below. It's $30, 30 minutes, $60 for 60 minutes. Or if you just want to donate, you can do that too. All the links and everything are down below. But yeah, if you want a reading, shoot me an email. If you have a suggestion for content, shoot me an email or leave a comment, whatever. Other than that, though, thanks for sticking around, and I hope you have like a dope ass January. Tell me how your New Year's Eve was if you just happen to be in the comments, and I'll see you around.